Hello everyone, this is Quantum and I will be going over the Quantum Cascade DPS rotation. This build is specifically good for vet dungeons, giving you strong AoE, as well as room for one interrupt, a movement ability, and group damage buff. Before I get started, I just want to state that I am no DPS master, nor will I ever claim to be. On the other hand, I think I've been doing this long enough to at least help you get started. This build I am using, which you can see here, is pretty flexible. If you are low on multi-hit, you may opt for taking points out of Atomize and put them into Discharge, allowing you to keep your actuators up. It's more important that you get used to holding down Quantum Cascade while using other abilities. Many of these abilities feed into each other in this amazing weave that is called the QC build. For people who are super new to Medic, I'm going to go over actuators real quick. You have 4 boxes consisting of 3 portions. You lose actuators by using spenders, like QC, and get them back by using builders, like Discharge. Abilities like your innate, Energize, refill all your actuators. Now onto your abilities. First is Quantum Cascade. It is your channeled spender. What makes it amazing is that it hits literally everything around you, and you can channel it with other abilities. To make it even better, at tier 8 it gives you an Empower buff, so never take your finger off the Quantum Cascade button. As you can see, holding down QC will cause you to run out of actuators, so you will need a way to get them back. Welcome Discharge. This guy is your best friend and your worst enemy. Casting QC, which lasts for 2 seconds, and Discharge, which lasts 1.25 seconds, in conjunction with each other, will give you pretty good sustained actuators, but ultimately weak damage. Unlike QC, Discharge doesn't allow you to cast other abilities, so basically is locking you into completing its cast. Next in the lineup is Atomize. This bad boy procs off multi-hits. It's a nice quick little nuke that can be cast at any time. It doesn't really matter if you're channeling something or mid-animation. This ability is the reason your stats lean towards multi-hit more than anything. It also gives you 1 actuator. If you're at 3 actuators or less, hit it immediately. If you are at full, you can hit it immediately because the cooldown is pretty short, or you can wait a few seconds until you hit 3 actuators. I typically hit it ASAP because of the tier 4 proc, multi-hits reducing the cooldown. For fresh medics, opt for base Atomize, since you don't multi-hit that often. When you start getting more multi-hit, Atomize can be cast far more often. Now let's move on to some abilities that will give you more damage. Fissure, which doesn't cost any actuators and is a 10% increase for technology damage, which is all medics do. In raid situations, one medic should run this so everyone can benefit from it. Try to slip this in between discharges, try to use it on cooldown. If you are one of the medics not running Fissure, opt for running tier 4 Collider to build actuators. Alright, Empowering Probes. This one will make you popular in the party. Empowering Probes grant a flat 5% damage buff at base to players near you when it's cast. When you are soloing or in a vet dungeon, cast it right before the pull. In raid situations, healing medics may cover this. It's dependent on your raid's comp. Speak to your raid leader if you should be running Empowering Probes. Think about it this way though, a 5% boost to the entire raid is more important than you dealing a little bit more DPS. Now, for Annihilation. Aside from it being the best named skill in the game, it will be a massive contributor to your DPS. Remember when I mentioned that skills feed into each other? This is what I'm talking about. At tier 4, Annihilation's cooldown is reduced by Discharge, Collider, and Atomize. And at tier 8, you'll deal extra damage when using Annihilation, combined with Gamma Rays and Quantum Cascade. So just about every ability on your bar feeds into improving Annihilation. So do everything in your power to cast Annihilation on cooldown. There isn't a whole bunch to say about amps, they're pretty self-explanatory. So essentially just stay within 5 meters of an enemy and between 1 and 3 actuators. Your innate, Energize, is just generally awesome. Use it when you run out of actuators or when you know a moo is coming for a little bit of extra damage. Or you could just use it on cooldown. Gadgets, much like your innate, you can use on cooldown, or wait for a moo. I don't recommend getting a multi-hit gadget, because your gear, consumables, and buffs should already get you really close to the multi-hit cap. I personally use a Vigor gadget. With the amount of Vigor I have on my gear, it puts me very close to the Vigor cap. Alright, I think that covers it for the Quantum Cascade rotation, even though there's probably stuff I left out. Sorry. There are many other viable builds, such as Gamma Ray builds for single target, but for most players the QC build is a great starting point. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe. Questions can go below me. Thanks again, and as always, I look forward to seeing you in Nexus.